Hey, Coach Colin Castello here with Shot Mechanics Basketball, and today I'm going to give you a few keys to shoot a basketball if you're a beginner. All right, so everybody's shot's going to be a little bit different, but for beginners, there's a few things that you can kind of focus on right out of the gate that'll help you immediately. So the very first thing I want to talk about is the shot line. Now, the shot line is basically just the line that the ball comes up on its way to the basket. Right? Now, some players like to bring it up the left side of their body, some players like to bring it up the right side of their body, or some players like to bring it up the middle. For you, it's all going to be a matter of personal preference, but I highly recommend trying to get it over to your dominant hand. So if you're a righty, I try to bring it up the right side of your body. If you're lefty, I would try to bring it up to the left side of your body, if at all possible. Again, not everybody's going to be the same. So what you have to do is find out your perfect shot line, right? So again, it kind of depends on your mechanics. If you're more square, if you're more turned with your feet, it really depends. You're going to want to experiment. So the very first way I would try is your dominant shot line, meaning as you catch the basketball and you're getting ready to shoot, if you're a right-handed shooter, the ball should be coming right up the inside of your right knee, right up into your jumper. Again, there's a lot of variables that might change this, but this is the first one you want to try. So all you got to do is spin the ball to yourself. Think about there's a lane right in front of you. So I'm pretending there's a lane the width of the ball all the way up my right side and all the way to the basket. And the idea is that the ball wants to stay in that lane all the way through the shot. If at any point I'm popping outside the lane, that's bad news, right? We want to keep it inside the lane. Now you might find that the right side or the left side doesn't work for you. You might need to scoot it over more towards the middle. Again, same concept applies. Imagine if it's in the middle, that lane, ball width, all the way to the basket, and as I bring it up, the ball needs to stay inside that lane. So experiment, see if you like a right lane, a center lane, or a left lane, whichever one you like. Make sure you stick with it and get good reps on it. If you can do that, it's going to help you out a ton. All right, so the next thing that's going to help you out is adding a ball dip to your shot. Now, a lot of coaches will tell you that you don't want a ball dip, that it's slower and all that sort of stuff, but really that's not the case, especially for younger or beginner shooters, right? As a shooting coach, I always allow a ball dip for shooters all the way pretty much up to the pro level, and then only at that point sometimes do we try to work it out, depending on the guy, right? If you're somebody like Klay Thompson, who's a phenomenal shooter, then maybe taking a ball dip out is something you can experiment with, but for the most part, I would definitely try to keep it in. So a ball dip is basically just the idea of if you catch the ball high, you're gonna bring it down before you go back up, right? You can almost think of it like a golf swing, like you're loading the swing back to come forward. It's kind of the same thing. I'm loading the ball down to go up, right? Now, different players like different degrees of ball dips. Guys like Ray Allen, he liked to ball dip down by his waistline. Every time he caught the ball, which is a quick boom, tap into his shot. You get other guys, like I like to ball dip almost down to my mid-thigh, like John Jenkins, who plays for the Phoenix Suns, he dips kind of down to his mid-thigh, right? And it's not actually any slower, but what that does is it gives you that nice spring and upward momentum into your jump shot, right? So it doesn't matter where you catch the ball. I might catch it here, I might catch it here. Wherever I catch it, I want to bring it down first. That gets me in my straight line, coming back up. Again, that kind of comes back to the shot line we talked about before, right? If I catch high, it might be really hard to bring it here and stay in your shot line, but if I catch high and I dip it down first, that gets all my movement and momentum moving in the right direction. So try adding a ball dip, and that's going to help you out a ton right out of the gate. It's going to increase your range and increase your shooting percentage the very first time you try it, I guarantee it. All right, next as a beginner, we want to think about your follow-through, right? The follow-through is really important because it's the last thing guiding the ball towards the basket. Now, what a lot of beginning players do is they shoot and they just release it really quickly and pull their follow-through back, right? We call this a snake bite, where they flick it up and then pull it back as fast as they can, right? Now, the issue with the snake bite is that if you pull it back fast, you can't really guide the ball to the basket like we want to. So as a beginner, you always want to hold your follow-through. So as I get the pass or I'm going off the dribble, whatever it is, as I shoot, I'm going to hold my follow-through out and pretend like I'm putting my hand in the basket, right? If I can do that and I can hold my follow-through all the way till the ball gets there, it's going to guide the ball a lot more accurately on its way out, right? If I snake bite it real fast, I don't know if my follow-through is going to the left, to the right, and I can't really aim it, right? I talk about like if you're hunting a lot. I live in Idaho, so there's a lot of hunting around here, right? If I'm trying to shoot my target, like let's say it's a deer or whatever, if I'm aiming at the ground and I just blindly fire up like that, it's going to be really hard to hit my target, right? But instead, if I can get that aim all the time and concentrated, it's going to be much more accurate. And your follow through is kind of the exact same way, right? The longer I can hold it and the straighter I can hold it, the more accurate it's gonna be. And that will also tell you what you need to correct if you need to. So for beginning players, anytime you shoot, no matter where it is on the court, as you release, you're trying to put your hand in the basket and holding it until the ball goes through or it comes off for a rebound. If you can do that, it's gonna help you out a ton. All right, if this video helped you out, go ahead and hit that like button and then head to the comment section down below and let me know what sort of video you wanna see next. This is a channel for the people, by the people, and I run pretty much everything off a request, so leave it down below and hopefully I get to it. And if you're new to shot mechanics, welcome, and you're gonna wanna do two things. Number one, click that subscription button because we put out videos every week and they're all gonna get you better, I guarantee it. The second thing you're gonna wanna do is click that link in the description and get a free copy of my #1 scoring workout. This scoring workout is gonna change the way you think about training and it'll probably increase your scoring average the very first time you use it. That's how powerful it is. And again, I'm Coach Colin Castell with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.